Back again. We got another one, man. We got one of the big ones. The one that everybody knows should happen and will happen. So today we got that DEF quality level sensor, and I was getting loaded. I got my son with me. We were going to go to Georgia. What's up, bro? We were going to go to Georgia, pick up in Georgia, go to Tennessee to Arkansas to Houston, man. And this thing came on. They're unloading me right now. I got loaded, and what happened was they got done loading. I heard the ramp, so I turned the key on, and then when I turned the key on, everything came on. So let me show you what happened. It's the same thing. I hooked up Cummins inside, man. I was up to like 48 counts. So usually I turn it on and I let that check engine light go off, then I start the truck. But check this out. Just look, everything looks normal, right? Look at the level. Everything looks normal. Everything looks good. Just watch. It's coming. Boom, SCR fault. Then this one's gonna pop up. Then this thing's gonna go crazy. The light's gonna come on. So probably got too hot, something. That DEF header is bad, and that I'm gonna replace the DEF header and replace the coolant. See, that thing just dropped. I haven't turned it on yet, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna give me a certain amount of time that I could drive it. That's it. That's literally it. Truck's done. So I went into the receiver and I told them, I called the broker, sent him pictures of that right there. So, you know, they're not gonna say anything. CH Robinson, my guy, he knows I'm not just, you know, canceling loads, finding better loads. So see, now it went off because it's reading again. So that one went off, but this one's still on. So it's done. It has a lot of faults. It has like 48 faults the last time. So every time it does that, the level goes down, it throws a fault and all that. But told them they're unloading it. I already ordered the parts. I was gonna get them to bypass it. Cummins said they could do it, but I found out from another guy at Peterbilt. He said, man, he's like, they were doing that, but he said we would run into other problems where it would start messing with the emissions and plugging up the filters. So first I was like, I thought it was a good idea. We delete it, you know, uses less DEF and all that, but yeah, I still got the DOC and DPF. So those the honeycombs, the filters are gonna get plugged if it's not regenerating down the road. And he said that they only did that for a little while, but they found other problems that, like I'm saying, he said just replace it. So, and they were gonna charge me at Cummins $400 to do that, and the parts, they're just a little bit over that. So I'm just gonna do that. So after I get unloaded, I'm gonna pick up the parts, and we'll make a video about this and show you guys how to do it. And show you guys how to do it. You want to say hi, Robert? Hi. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So hopefully this helps somebody out. But I'm happy it happened here because I'm in LaPorte, Texas. You know, the yard is like 20 minutes, like 30 minutes away, and it's on the way back. The dealer's on the way back where I'm gonna pick up the parts. So I'm gonna go from here, pick up the parts, drop the trailer, take the truck home, and I'm gonna start taking this thing apart. But good thing it happened here. Good thing it happened here because, man, I could have been, I'm pretty sure it's gonna say a 3-hour D rate, 5-hour D rate. Still, I would be doing this over on the road under a load with commitment to other people. So at least now I'll lose the money, and that's not good, but at least now I'm not gonna get on a hook, and I'm not gonna have to pay the tow man. And I could probably knock this out today as soon as I'm done here, knock it out and be back on the road tomorrow. But man, I've been waiting for that thing to come. Not losing sleep over it, but you know, as much as it happens to these trucks and that sensor, I knew it was gonna happen. And thank God it happened here. All right guys, when they get unloaded, they say they're gonna come out and let me know. Then we're gonna go pick this part up. I'll make a video about how to take this thing apart. Peterbilt 579, 2016 build date, 2017. I don't know why they do that. 2017, but 2016 build date. But that's what it is. But let's get this going, and we'll come back right now. All right, we got they unloaded it. I haven't turned it on yet. I want to see if it says that 3-hour D rate or whatever it says. Let's see what it says. There it goes. Check engine light's gonna come. So we're gonna get out of here, and we're going to
Georgia.
well, at least we got some time. Perfect timing. Thank you, Lord. Because this could happen somewhere in the middle of nowhere with no parts available, and the dealer has everything. So perfect timing. Because if I was under a load and with that commitment to the shipper and the receiver and broker, it's not good, man. All right, looks like we got time. All right, I'm gonna get this going, and we're gonna go get that parts. All right, guys, back on another one. So we're, like you can see in the other clip, the we got the SCR faults and all that, and it's humid in Houston. It's so humid. So what they recommend is replacing the heater control valve and the DEF quality sensor. Looks like the DEF quality sensor is gonna be a lot easier than this right here, but this one we're probably gonna make a mess. So the heater control valve, they say that it sticks and it makes it get real hot. So this thing right here is the heater control valve. Coolant line goes through there, coolant line goes through there. It's controlled through the computer to open and close. I don't know if you can see it, but that thing is right there. So that yellow cap, it goes in right there. I'll get a flashlight for you. Where that plug is, that's where the yellow cap is. And then there's four screws, four bolts on the bottom right there. Those go right there. So we got to put it just like that. And then these coolant lines right here, this coolant line and this 90-degree coolant line, these are a pain too because they're made out of plastic. So there's a little clip in there, like a little metal ring. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, I know the lighting sucks, but right there, there's a metal ring on both of them, and this one too. And you pull it away, and it's like a C. So when you pull it away, right now it's in grooves. You start pulling it, it'll go up, and then it'll slide into another notches. It'll stay open. Then you can just pop it out. But when I replaced the one on this one, on the DEF dozer, DEF fluid dozer, it started leaking from up here. So, and they do leak. But if they start leaking, I got some spares, and I'm going to just use some regular hose clamps. But we're on this one first. So I'm just loosening the 4 bolts, and then I'm going to pop it out. Probably going to get a big container, so the coolant, and then plug it in. It's probably going to be a good amount of coolant too, just because it's coming from over here and going around. So everything that's in that hose right there. But let's get this thing off, and then let's put that one, the new one, back on. Alright guys, lighting sucks. I don't know where my flashlight's at, but got the new one in, and should have drained the coolant, but maybe, I don't know. But because you got this one right here, this 90 degree right here, and then you got another straight one right here on this side of it. Here, could you hand me that control valve?
This one?
Yeah. So that thing is just like this up there. Just like that. So I pulled this one off, and since this thing's closed, I pulled this side off, the right side, plugged it in real quick, pulled the other one, but man, we got coolant on the exhaust, floor, no bueno. But that thing's in there, and it's plugged in, put it zip tied everything back to how it was. Now it's time to attack this DEF tank. Alright guys, we're on this step, man. That thing was 75% full, that big thing right there. So emptied it out, put in some of that in those sunflower seed containers. I don't know if we're going to reuse it or not. Probably not this one, because I know this one had oil and coolant in it. But emptying it out to make it lighter. But we already disconnected it. We tried to squeeze it out of there, but there's no way, because I got a sleeper. There's no way it's going to pop out. We probably could have got that one out, but we're probably damaging the where it mates into. But we're just emptying it out now. Got my trusty helper. Need another bucket. All right, I'm gonna get another bucket. All right, guys, what we got? Empty that tank out. Got that quality sensor out. Damn sleeper, man, makes that thing tough. But got the new one in the bag, got my gloves on, and we're gonna put that thing back on. But man, we undid the straps, pulled it out, put it on that crate, and got it out. It was either that or disconnect the coolant lines, and then I got to drain the coolant, and then disconnect the DEF lines. That's not that big of a deal, but the coolant lines, we would have to pinch them off and then really be careful putting them back on. But most likely we were gonna lose a lot of coolant. But that's what we got, man. I don't know if this is a good how-to video, but man, this is Big Rob, and this is how we're doing it to get back on the road, because we gave up a whole week's worth of work just to fix this. So hopefully I can find some loads, but that's how we're doing it, man. All right, we'll be back. All right, guys, got it on. We're gonna put that DF, man. That helped big time bringing that tank down. But let me show you. No, this plug was hard getting on. That yellow one right there. You see it? This one right here, you got to get like the right size pick to pop it out. Be careful, don't break it, because when you break it, you're done. Because then you have to get a new one. I think it's pretty sure it's attached. Yeah, it's attached to this harness right here. But you'd probably be able to get another one and splice it in there. It's only 4 wires, and they all have different colors. But squeezing it back on, just make sure you clean it out really good. I use this spray right here and cleaned it out really good. Cleaned all the dust out because it seemed like it was catching. But that one was pretty tough putting it back in. But even though we bent the hell out of this thing, it's not leaking or anything yet. So that one too. The heater control valve. But pretty sure that one wiped this thing out, because they say that when when it goes bad, it'll just, instead of letting the coolant go in when it's like freezing temperatures outside, from my understanding, that's what people say. When it's like really cold and this tank needs to stay warm so it doesn't freeze up, it'll open up a little bit just so some coolant to go in there, and it'll monitor how hot the temperature is and everything. But when it goes bad, it opens up and it just lets the coolant full temperature just run through it, and it destroys the sensor. So it's good idea to replace that and that, because that could have took that one out most likely. But where's that sensor at? Oh, it's right here. So this right here, it's your DEF quality sensor. So there's a there's something in there with that when it's like a float. And sorry about the lighting, guys, but it's like a float. And so when it gets full with DEF, flow goes up, tells it it's full, and it goes down. And all the other sensors are in there, the heat and everything. And there's a guy on YouTube, he says you clean it out, and I don't know though, but it's not really much to be cleaned. You know, they're saying that there's crystallization. There's no crystallization on this thing, so I think it just wiped it out and just destroyed this thing just because it got too hot. And it was 110 in Houston today. It doesn't help, but just topping off putting our money back in the tank. But hopefully it works. I'm not gonna turn the truck on and regen it right now. It's like 9:30 at night and probably piss my neighbors off. But I'm gonna come back in the morning. We're gonna put this chrome cover on, put that thing back on, fill this thing up, and I'll come back in the morning. All right, came back on, and now we're just leaving little notes on the work order, creating the image. So let's see the fault codes. So had 6 counts. I resetted it just to see if it was gonna come right back, and it did yesterday. So we got the temperature, level, and quality, all 3. So they're all inactive right now. So we're gonna clear all of them. Then we're gonna turn the truck on and see what it does. Go up here to reset. Sure you want to reset all faults. Yes. It's gonna tell me to turn the key off. Should have as soon as that happens, you can turn that check engine light off, but it's gonna clear it out right now and clear all the those codes out. Put this thing over here. And then after it, we're gonna turn it on, make it run a force regen, and all the fun stuff, just to make sure that the tank's sending DEF and it's not getting any issues. Gonna burn some fuel doing it too. It actually sucks, like, I don't know, 5 gallons, 25 bucks. Eight seconds remaining. It's gonna tell us to turn the key back on. Please turn the key switch on, then click OK. So we cleared them there. So this one should turn off. And yesterday, as soon as gave it a little bit of time and everything turned back on, so it looks good right now. So let's turn this thing on, and I put coolant in there because when I unplugged those lines, man, it went everywhere. We lost some coolant. Neutral. Let's turn this thing on. everything's good, because it was happening pretty quick. It would throw that check engine light, throw that wrench, the level would fly all over the place. I took that DEF out yesterday too. Let's check the quality of it. So we're gonna go to data monitor. Go to all perimeters. I'm gonna hide this thing. So it's all right here. Diesel exhaust fluid quality sensor, 86 degrees. Pretty much spot on. %69% full. Pretty much. We lost like 10% yesterday. We didn't put in that last bucket because I wasn't sure how clean it was. Temperature sensor. All right there, the after treatment diesel exhaust fluid quality, 32.3. Should be 32.5 would be better, but let's see if it throws anything. If not, I'll just I'll drain all that stuff out, just siphon it out. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it was 33 yesterday though. Sit low, 2 ounces. Sit low status, normal. I'm gonna take a picture of this because I'm gonna run a force regen. I want to see that sit low changes. Okay. Engine oil pressure. Oh, way too down. All right, let's I'll be back. Probably gonna cut some of this out, but maybe I'll leave it because when I watch stuff, I like watching stuff like pretty thorough, not for entertainment, just for learning purposes. So I like to put everything. I like to see everything. But I'm gonna let this thing warm up. When it hits 150 degrees, I'm gonna run a force regen and I'll be back. All right, so temperatures are about there. So we went to ECM diagnostic test. Here, I'll do it for you. So I clicked down one right there, and went down to after treatment diesel particulate filter regeneration. Right there. You can see it. I don't know if it's blurry or not. The truck's vibrating. Go to next. And it's telling you what it's going to do. It's going to check the sit load, outlet, intake temperature, catalytic intake temperature. And then we're going to start it on the right. That's going to tell you, make sure nothing around you will catch fire or explode. No gasoline, nothing flammable. You're in a safe place. You're not on top of grass or anything that's going to catch fire. So we're going to put yes. it passes that, then we're gonna start looking for loads. But I found one. It's in Houston. It's going to Regeneration, Texas. So just a local load. I got a pretty decent rate last time, but I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit more out of it. So we'll come back, and that way I do that local load, and we can just test it out, make sure everything's good before I get on the road. But we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got a local. It picks up today, delivers tomorrow. It's not too far, but I got a good rate on it. But I just want to test it out, make sure nothing new comes. The other code came back fast, so we should be good. But we're gonna pick this one up, drop it at the yard, look for another local, and then try to get that one done. Hopefully we can find something. But hopefully this place gets me loaded fast, because then I can get for sure have enough time. But this one's like 12 miles away, and it delivers to Regeneration, Texas from Houston, and I got a good rate on that one. They got a whole bunch of loads going over there. They got they're building like a solar panel farm, and they're gonna be feeding Austin with it. So they need those solar panels no matter what. So the rate that they had it at was a lot lower than what I got it for. But I don't know why they're not doing those loads, because those loads are just sitting. And I did one already. I already know what's involved with it. Same pickup, same shipper, same receiver. And they unloaded me pretty fast the last time. Even the shipper, they loaded it pretty fast. But we just want to test this truck out, because you know, it's just getting a little paranoid. Just things pop up, but that thing, man, that sensor's a big one. That was the one that was taking people out for months, man. They put a campaign out for that sensor, and they did a little tune thing where not a tune, but they programmed it where it could run without it, so it would show empty, but it wouldn't throw the check engine light. One of the guys at Peterbilt said that that has its own problems, because I was gonna go to Cummins. The guy at Cummins said he could tune it out, but the guy at Peterbilt told me, he said if we have the parts, we're not supposed to do that, because you got to go through all these hoops and bounds to get approval for it. But Cummins, the guy, he was saying that they could do it, so I don't know if they're gonna be able to really do it that fast, because I had a 9 o'clock appointment today. But it's better just to get it repaired. Just better to get it repaired. And I was able to get it. Oh, there's a guy in the back of that pickup truck holding that mattress down. Man, you should get a parachute, because he's gonna go flying with that mattress and catch some wind. But I want to see if it runs good before I start trusting her again to go far. But yesterday, that thing, man, the counts happened so fast, right? One after another. So this one, I turned it on, they were inactive. Still had the check engine light SCR, but that was already stored in the computer. So cleared those, ran the force regen. The only thing that happened was the inside, it froze. So it froze, and then I had to exit out of there, and that's not good. That's not good to do, like the way I did it. But I was waiting, and it was completely frozen. So I exited out, and it didn't like it. So it threw a code for the DPF temperatures being hot. Like it didn't know that it just got done with the regen. So I have no idea about that. That's another thing that I want to watch. But after it cooled off, it went away. The 3-hour D rate went away, inactive, cleared it, and it's gone. So hopefully that's it, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna keep a very, very close eye on this whole thing, and see what she does. Texas. Today's 94. Yesterday it was, man, it was like 115. I think that's what killed the sensor. It was already like the other, like couple weeks ago, I had a code and it was trying to regen. I do a passive regen, and I didn't let it because of circumstances, because I was driving in traffic. So it kept on, you could hear it was trying to do it, raise the idle, and then I would kick it out by just slowing down and speeding up. And it threw the codes, but one of the codes, most of them were part of the regen. But one of them was, it was the sensor, and I was like, oh, that's weird, the sensor. It was the, I think it was the quality. And that was the first sign that something was up with it. So that made me keep a closer eye to it. So when it came on, it kind of didn't surprise me completely, just because of that happened. Okay, let's cross some lanes. Clear, 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 clear. What's up, dude? I got my boys with me. My other boys in the back. What's up, Jojo? That thing looks like it's gonna fall off. Look at that, Robert. Is that thing gonna fall off the side of that truck? Looks like it's sticking out. But what was I saying? And no surprise that that thing came on. I gotta wait for him. This road, it's uneven, and that's a big lip right there. Say, what'd you say? When we go home, we're gonna play with our tablets. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Mom said.
You could have brought your tablet.
Mom said before. She said we can play for our tablets tomorrow, okay?
All right.
So we can play for it.
Mom said you could play with your tablets today. Cool. You could have brought them.
Do you know that Jack and
All right. You want to drive, Jojo? You want to drive?
No, not yet. Well, I'm a grown-up.
What'd you say?
Well, I'm a grown-up.
When you're a grown-up. You want to work hard like me? You sure?
Yeah. So you have to work faster. Right.
All right, guys. We'll be right back.